watching New York One News all morning.
Thousands of women will be running a half marathon this weekend in Central Park. This is one of the largest events of its kind, but many of us wouldn't think of trying to run more than 13 miles. There is a way to get past that anxiety, says New York One health reporter Kaffi Drexel.
2012 marks the 9th year of the More Magazine Fitness Magazine Women's Half Marathon. The race now draws more than 10,000 women a year. But heading for the finish line has to start somewhere, and not just with the air horn on race day. If you're long-distance phobic, deputy editor of Fitness Magazine Mary Anderson says there's some simple techniques you can use to help you jog or sprint your way past that fear.
You will surprise yourself at how easily it comes to you. It's like riding a bike, even more so than that, because once you get started, you really get this sort of endorphin high that you don't want to stop.
You might be thinking that's easier said than done, but if you try splitting your miles into small victories instead of starting off by aiming for Olympic gold, you might actually get somewhere.
So, okay, you're doing 13.1 miles a few months down the road. Think about the first 5 miles. If you want to break that up, walk 2 miles, run the center mile, and then walk again for the other 2 miles. You still covered your 5-mile distance, but now the next time you go out, stretch out the running portion and slim down the walking portion. You'll be surprised how quickly you get to that distance at a full jog.
It's also really important to stretch. Anderson says the more you do of that, the more likely you are to also stretch your distance.
We used to stretch in PE. We'd get down on the ground, do those hurdler stretches for 30 seconds at a time. Well, now science is telling us that you really want to prime your muscles for running to get them sort of juiced up for what they're about to do. So you got to make those stretches move. That means doing high knees or butt kicks or kind of those high duck walks to get those muscles amped up rather than in a stationary state.
And especially if you're new to multiple laps and miles, stay hydrated. If you don't, that means you're literally running on empty. No matter how big or small the goal, you'll want to make it to that victory lap, even if a victory lap is the only lap you're taking. Kaffi Drexel, New York One.